Now let's go on and add a synthesizer to our already made example where we have the drum beat created using the samplers. So I'm going to find Massive, and in Massive I'm going to make a melody just using a simple sawtooth without any filtering, without any modulators. We can get to those once we actually get through the lessons. But for now, just really simple. I'm going to initialize this patch like that. So square, it's going to be a sawtooth. I'm going to deal with this volume envelope. You will learn about those soon. So I have this sawtooth. Let's hear what that sounds like. I like that. Maybe we can add another one, a higher one, not as loud. Add that kind of an organ sound, and we will process this more as we go through the lessons and learn more about synthesizers. But for now, this is just enough for us to make a simple melody on top of this beat and to see what we can get. So let's see, I'm going to make a new MIDI clip right here. Insert a MIDI clip, Ctrl+Shift+M is the actual shortcut, so we can do that using the shortcut too. Ctrl+Z is the undo, so Ctrl+Shift+M, done. On an Apple computer, it's a Command+Shift+M. So let's get inside this MIDI, gonna enlarge it, and let's see what we can make, what kind of melody. So simplest thing would be starting from A, since I'm gonna use a minor scale, and A minor is actually all white notes, so you can't go wrong there. Let's see. Simple. Okay, that's a bit too high, I think. Nice. Too loud also. So without a chord, let's start by just trying to get these lower notes first to get the basic of the harmony. So I want the change to happen faster, like this. Duplicate the note. Let's go up. Let's see what we can get right here. Okay, so maybe lower, like an F. And let's do this again. In a different timing manner, like that. Okay, that's cool for me. So let's try to add some harmony on top of that. Let's see, like maybe a D. Shorter maybe even, like that. Nice, I like that. I like that. Let's create more. Now this comes out to be 2 octaves up. I don't want that. I would like it to be something like that maybe. And now the second time we repeat this phrase, we're not going to use the same row harmony. Let's do this. Doesn't really work well. Not really. That could work. At the end, I will need this. Okay, so here in the middle, this playing CV, so I can actually go with an F. Shorten the note. I don't even think we need that. I think we just need a straight note somewhere. Okay, so let's see if we can add some notes in the middle, because there's quite a big gap between these. So let's see that. Let's see if this can be done properly, like that. Okay, more. Okay, so I like that. And the point of that was a nice consistent loop where it really connects well, you know, the ending really connects well to the beginning. This is why I changed that note. I actually knew that this G note is going to connect well to the A coming, so it's going to be a one whole tone step up, and it's going to sound well for that transition. But by practicing harmony, you get to know how it works, and what could actually work potentially, but that doesn't mean you don't have to experiment. One thing that was really easy in this case is using just a pure A minor scale, which is only white notes, and there you can't really make a mistake. Nothing is going to sound really that, dissonant or wrong, but it's just going to sound better or worse. So you're just using white notes right here to get something resembling nice. So this is what we have so far. I think a bit here at the ending could be fixed as well, but I'm gonna take care of that once I get more elements in there. Another thing I could do is add the bass right now, but I think that without adding any filters or modulators, the bass that we need for this song actually is not gonna work. So we're gonna leave that till when we get through the filters and modulators as well. So for now, to our beat, we added this simple sawtooth kind of a synth, and it really is simple if you look at it. It's two oscillators. One is playing an octave up of a sawtooth, just like this. Let's hear the upper oscillator only, and the lower one. So together. Now what we could do is make them unison, and we will go through this in lessons to come, of course. But I'm gonna stay away from that for now. I like it simple. Yep, that's it. I like that. So when using only, let's say, two oscillators, no filters, no modulators, which we are going to learn about next, and we can still create something from a really, really simple synthesizer patch in Massive, just like that. Okay, let's see what else can we do to make this pattern more interesting. I could duplicate this synthesizer by right-clicking and selecting duplicate. And then I'm going to add an arpeggiator MIDI effect. Now, we went through these in our digital audio workstation course. So I'm going to add an arpeggiator. So I shall add an arpeggiator that comes before the synth, and just it just alters the MIDI messages coming into the synth. Now what I'm also going to do is I'm going to change the synth into something else. Let's say Serum this time. Okay. Now in the synth I'm going to try to use a pluck sound. Let's see what this is going to sound like. Any pluck sound. I'm going to solo that. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so a little bit of adjusting so that I actually like the sound, but I've actually found a preset. So a preset sound that I like that I'm going to use for this arpeggio. So let's see what that sounds like together with the melody we already had. So all together. That's good, I like it. Now we can expand on that more once we learn more of the techniques. For now, let's leave it at this. So we have the drum beat, we have some chords, and we have an arpeggio playing the same actual melody, just sliced up into an arpeggio. Now if I actually wanted to see the notes of this arpeggio, I could create a new track, a new MIDI track, and make the input of that MIDI track this Serum, and just record those notes. So I can even solo that. That's it. Now I have the notes of the arpeggio, and I can actually see what they are. So if I play those, now that's good, I like that. So I'm gonna leave it as it was on the arpeggiator because I might want to change that pattern, you never know. I like modularity, I like the ability to actually change something at the end if it really doesn't fit. So this idea that we just made might not even be the idea that's going to be left in the song in the end, but you got to start somewhere. So this is what we have so far, and we will gradually work on that idea.